Wake up!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Married to Film. I'm Ralph and this is Shamanda.
Hey.
Right now we're at episode 9 of season 2 of Better Call Saul. This one's called Nailed. We're almost at the end. Nailed. That's what Mike was doing at the end of the last episode. Ooh, we're going to get to see what he does with the weapon or the booby trap or whatever it is.
Booby trap!
Right. Man. Oh, first of all, thank you for clicking on this video. We really appreciate it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel so inclined.
It's the feel so inclined for me. If you like, you can do it.
Right.
If you like. All right.
You got anything to say before we get started?
I can't think
You
of
good to go?
anything. No, I'm ready to see what happens with the booby trap.
Same here. Let's go.
That's not him.
Delivery driver. Oh, yeah, he did follow him, so he's setting up spikes or something, probably.
I don't know if that's him.
That's gotta be Mike. That's Mike. I called it.
Like, man, I ain't come to you. His face. Is it in the tires? There it is. Dang, Mike, you are good. Howard's posture is.
Thank you for your patience. Didn't you say that the hearing is more or less a formality?
Well, the real work's already been done.
Yes. In that case, I'm fine covering it myself. Kevin and Paige don't need both of us there.
That may be strictly true, but we want to send the right message, don't we?
I'm just worried about your comfort.
I find victory laps very comforting.
Talking about your health, child. But he may come home early.
Oh, he's coming home early. Oh, look at him.
Good morning. This meeting of the New Mexico State Banking Board is
You
now
gonna
in
pass out.
session. We have Mesa Verde here with us today, and they're represented by Charles McGill. Nice to have you back, Charles.
Thank you. Good to be back.
We believe that our proposed expansion is in the public interest, both for Arizona and our own state. For 46 years, the men and women of Mesa Verde Bank and Trust have prided ourselves on personal service and attention to detail, second to none.
Paperwork is jacked up.
Well, let's find out.
Yes. Can you give us the address of the proposed Scottsdale branch again?
Certainly. It's 1216 Rosella Drive, Scottsdale, Arizona, 85262.
1216. Okay, because the application I'm looking at today clearly gives the address as 1216.
1216, that's correct, sir.
But in the original submission, we're seeing 1261 Rosella Drive.
It is 1261.
1261.
I think if you double check, you'll see that 1216 is correct.
There seem to be two different addresses here.
You are mistaken, and with all due respect, you're muddying the waters here.
Muddying the water.
Oh,
Well, this is clearly an error.
Unaccountably, there appears to be a discrepancy in our filing.
So the correct address is the one that appeared in the notice of intent, the 1261.
It would seem so. We'd like to request an adjournment of just a few minutes so that we can amend the filing.
I don't think we can get you back in today. I'm being told by staff that they've already done the research for 1216 Rosella Drive. The soonest we could revisit this matter,
The lights.
well, it looks like 6 weeks from Friday.
We can't wait 6 weeks.
Mr. Commissioner, Mesa Verde has put effort and resources into preparing this branch to open immediately.
I'm sorry. I'll see you in 6 weeks.
Ooh.
That closes the matter
You
for
about to
today.
pass out.
Will staff please note that Mesa Verde will return in 6 weeks?
This is not possible.
He switched it back to the what it's supposed to be. And I hope he didn't leave no blue.
He did. He did.
1261. No.
Chuck.
I don't understand. It was 1216. It was. I checked. I double checked.
Chuck, it happened. Now we take our licks and we move on. Everyone makes mistakes.
Oh, God.
This was no mistake.
Man.
I wonder, did he take the money? I would have.
Yeah, I don't know if he did or not.
It's Nacho. Just a little eyebrow for me.
Mesa Verde.
Howard.
Hi, Paige. How are you? Yeah, I mean, no, it's fine. Yes, of course. Yeah, that would be perfect. I'll see you then. I just got Mesa Verde back.
Holy shit, that's unbelievable. Sometimes the good guys win.
Mesa Verde pals. Chuck's ready to turn him over to me.
Wow. Really? That was quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go change and get over there.
You want some help?
That depends. Are you gonna carry boxes or are you gonna gloat?
Some from column A, some from column B. Hell, this thing doesn't.
They changed the locks.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Ernie.
Something's wrong with the lock.
Mr. McGill had me call a locksmith and change them.
I guess it's time to clear the air once and for all.
Clear the air about what?
He sabotaged me.
Buddy, what are you...
Please, don't bother. A single transpositional error cost my client time and money and permanently damaged my reputation. A week ago last night, I was right there on that couch, and Jimmy showed up, and he sent Ernesto away. And in the dead of night, he went through my Mesa Verde files.
Hey, you know what? We don't have to listen to this.
She does! Now, in these files are 13 documents containing the address of Mesa Verde's proposed branch. 1261 Rosella Drive, Scottsdale, Arizona. Jimmy pulled each and every one. And he left me here, sweating and delirious, while he went off to doctor them. 1261 Rosella Drive became 1216 Rosella Drive.
This is sounding like a lot of work.
No one ever accused you of being lazy. Every other sin in the book, but not that one. He knew that I would use his modified documents to write Mesa Verde's submission to the state regulator. And so I did.
So you're saying if we look in here, all the addresses will be wrong?
Well, of course you weren't going to leave evidence behind.
So you changed it back.
He did it for you. Oh, I'm sure you didn't know anything about it.
You can't stand the fact that they chose her over you.
I can't stand the fact that my own brother stabbed me in the back.
Really?
I can't stand the fact that you've deceived and ruined this fine young woman.
Ruined?
Really?
What is this, the 1840s? What are you talking about? She's not ruined.
Jimmy, if what you're saying is true, Jimmy could be charged with forgery, fraud, falsifying evidence, even breaking and entering.
The facts are facts.
Chuck, I think there's another explanation. It's a simpler one. You made a mistake. Mistakenly changing 1261 to 1216 would be the most natural thing in the world. It could certainly happen to me.
I did not make a mistake.
Accuse your brother of plotting against you. You come up with this elaborate scheme.
He's capable of this. You know he is.
I know he's not perfect. And I know he cuts corners. But you're the one who made him this way.
Whoa!
He idolizes you.
Oh!
He accepts you. He takes care of you. And all he ever wanted was your love and support. But all you've ever done is judge him. You never believed in him. You never wanted him to succeed. I feel sorry for him.
Ooh.
And I feel sorry for you.
Ooh, the way that tone came. Wait.
Why you hating outside of school?
Perfect.
Right. Oh, anybody?
Excuse me.
Hi, are you in charge here?
Yes, I am, and this is school property. This is school property, and no one is allowed here without permission.
Of course not. You didn't speak to Annette
Annette?
in the superintendent's office.
Do you know an Annette downtown? I don't think so.
I'll tell you what, why don't you call Annette down in the superintendent's office, and we'll just stay here till you get official word.
Well, if you don't mind waiting.
Not at all. We don't want to break any rules.
Shouldn't take very long, I'm sure.
They're gonna film real quick and run out. We got 5 minutes.
Chop, chop. Magic time.
Nice. We got hit the other day. The truck headed south got hijacked. Someone stole $250,000. Now Hector's flipping out, looking for who did it. I think it was you. They left the driver hogtied, not a mark on him. I thought to myself, who's the guy who'll rip off a couple $100,000 in drug money and leave a witness? Who's the guy who won't pull the trigger? You.
Driver had nothing to do with it.
Then who?
Just me.
You're telling me you did this without someone on the inside? Not possible. How did you know? How do you know about the tires?
All I can tell you is you guys aren't half as smart as you think you are.
The driver doesn't know anything?
Not a thing.
Nope.
You hear your
It's
voice?
car.
No.
Right now, Hector's looking at the competition, but he hears the driver say it was some old gringo.
You didn't hear me. Saw a guy with a ski mask. That's it.
And you're sure of that?
Yeah.
Is that what this is about? You wanted to put the cops onto Hector? Why? You are nothing to him. He forgot all about you.
I haven't forgotten him.
You put me in the shit just 'cause you got it in for Hector Salamanca?
You need to calm yourself down. And you need to take that hand out of that pocket.
Like a cold dude, man.
It's over. I'm done with your boss. Why wasn't it in the papers?
No.
Because we cleaned it up. After you left, the Good Samaritan came along and said, oh my God, oh my God. He cut the driver loose. The driver called us. We came out, got the truck, made it like it never happened. Hector shot him in the face. We buried the guy out in the desert. Like I said, we cleaned it up.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
Now he's not done with him no more.
He's about to come clean.
You want to talk about this?
Nope.
Not now?
Not
Not
ever.
ever.
Yeah.
Your brother is one smart lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
The smartest one I know. I mean, no offense.
He'd make quite an adversary. The kind of adversary who'd find even the smallest crack in your defense. You'd really want to make sure you've got all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Nothing for him to find.
He's going to the Kinko's. There's Ernesto.
For some reason tonight, I feel like I've got all the answers. I'm feeling kind of like Karnak. You remember when Johnny Carson used to do Karnak? He'd give the answers before the questions. You know, Ed would give him the envelope, yeah? And Johnny would hold it up to his forehead, and he'd give the answer.
You murdered someone?
Oh, this is just a thing between brothers. And we're both lawyers, so.
Then I feel you.
Hey, tell me about the cameras.
They go to a VCR in the back. It tapes for 12 hours and then records over itself.
Oh!
On there now. How hard would it be to erase?
Could be tricky.
Some more money.
And expensive.
$100 expensive.
Nope.
Like $200 expensive.
On or about the morning of the 18th, this person was here in this shop. Is that correct?
No.
Stay strong, Lance.
Was this man here making copies? No, I'm not. I'm
Mr. McGill, maybe we better get you home.
Ernesto, do not speak to me as if I were a child. I'm fine.
Don't crack your head open.
I am not a police officer. I am an attorney, and I have a moral and legal obligation to get to the bottom of this matter.
The bottom of what?
Forgery.
Guy, is he okay?
There's nothing wrong with
Mr.
me.
McGill, maybe we could just take a break and...
Ernie, shut up! I know he was here. I know what he did. We are not finished here.
Done talking to you, man.
Ernesto grabbed him. What is this? Oh! I know it. But he's motionless. I know, I saw it. It's like he's dead. Look at him, he's not moving.
Call 911.
You call it.
I said, don't crack your head open.
Oh, crap.
And he cracked his head open.
Well, he didn't crack his head open. There's a bruise on his head. It's not cracked open. What in the world, Brendan Fraser? He gained all that weight for real?
Man.
Oh. So this, what was this one called?
Nailed.
Oh, because I was about... Oh yeah, I was gonna say dirty hands. Okay, so Mesa Verde. What's the name of it?
Mesa Verde.
Mesa Verde. Okay, so they had the hearing of the for the files, the hearing for the files for the bank to open. I think that's what it was, to open a new location or whatever it was for the bank. And because Jimmy had already falsified the documents, he had already changed it and went to Kinko's or whatever this copy machine place was. He changed the numbers. It was 1216 to 1261 or 1261 to 1216. And so the hearing was there and they were like going back and forth. They was like, okay, well, your intent to file paperwork says 1261, but your other paperwork says 1216. Which one is it? So the guy was like, I know where my location is. It's 1261. He was like, no, but on this paperwork it says 1216, blah, 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 blah. They went back and forth. Chuck was there about to have a fit with all the lights in there. He was acting like he was normal, which he is not. And so Howard was like, yeah, so what's going on? Went back to his house, looked at the files, and he was like, no, I know that it was 1216 or 1261. He was like, okay, well, whatever. Then, so they went back and the other people called, the clients called Kim, while Kim and Jimmy were in their new office taking out the dentist chairs and stuff. And they were like, okay, well, she got it back. Then Chuck was ready to surrender all his files to her. They went over to the house and Jimmy was trying to use his key. Ernesto said, yeah, he called the locksmiths and got his things, his locks changed and everything because Chuck figured it out that Jimmy did it. So while he was pleading his case in his house to Kim, because he expected Kim to come along, but she did not, and he said, well, since you're here, we might as well have the truth come out. Kim defended Jimmy and said that he is the way he is because of you, Chuck. And he said that you never show him love, you never blah blah blah, you want him to fail, blase blase blase. She knew that Jimmy did it, but because Chuck was so adamant about him doing it, and actually
didn't have any evidence.
He didn't have any evidence, but what he said was true. He said you went to an all-night copy machine place, did this while I was trembling and underneath the sheets or whatever, and he did it. So he never asked him did he do it or whatever. He was like, man, that's crazy. Why would I do that? He did. They got in the car, got the files. They got in the car and she punched the mess out of his shoulder like 4 or 5 times. She knows that he did it. She doesn't want to hear about why he did it. And she just wanted her case. She got it back and blase blase blase.
Well, she knows why he did it.
Well, she knows why. Yeah. But she didn't think that he would go to that extent.
Because all is right with the world. Mesa Verde is made for you. You're made for Mesa Verde. All is right with the world.
That's what he said. That's what he said. So that was that. And it's crazy because he's trying to really get evidence. And Kim was like, he's going to make a really good adversary. Don't you think? And he's like, yeah, the kind of person that that you can't keep. You got to make sure that you cross all your I's. Cross all your I's. Dot all your I's and cross all your T's. And he was like, yep, make sure you have no evidence, none whatsoever. She was trying to get to him to make sure that he covered everything. Because the files were... I thought the whole time he was going to leave a blue sticky. He fixed it all. And then went back and put the right files back into the box so that he can make his brother feel like he was crazy. He said no. Kim said, you made a mistake. Everybody does it. Just admit you made a mistake. And he said, no, I don't make mistakes. Not like that. He was like, yeah, you did. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Man.
So he covered his tracks at the Kinko's place. And
he gave that boy $600.
Lo and behold, Chuck did show up there.
He said he's not a police officer and you won't get in trouble.
He's gonna make it seem like he will, but he's my brother and it's his brother stuff and he's a lawyer too. So.
Lance said, did you kill anybody?
Nope.
What else did he ask him?
I forget.
Did you commit a felony or something like that? No, well, he didn't say felony. That's what Chuck said to him. He said he committed a felony, and that's what he was trying to get to him. But the whole time the lights was going on, machines going on, and everything, Chuck was having a fit, and he passed out and hit his head on the counter. Let's get back to the nailed part.
Yep. Man, Mike is a cold dude. He said he had been chilling at Trucker for days, doing surveillance and everything, and he set up the booby trap with the spike strips. Him, my man, taped him up, and then went searching around the truck for the money because he knew there had to be some money somewhere because they pulled into the garage. They lowered the door so you couldn't see what they were doing, and he opened up all the tires and boom, there's the money.
$250,000.
Yeah, he bought rounds for everybody. But the cold part is that Nacho knew that it was him because he know that he ain't gonna kill nobody. And he know there was no witnesses. Mike made sure that there was no witnesses. He told Nacho that. But they cleaned up the scene. That's why it wasn't in the paper, because Mike wanted it to be in the paper, but it wasn't. And they killed the person that called.
The Friendly Samaritan.
The Friendly Samaritan, yeah, that helped him out.
So I think Mike was upset about that because it wasn't in the paper and that they actually killed somebody.
Yeah, that was totally innocent.
That was totally innocent.
Totally
was
innocent.
Just there to help the guy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, so Mike is really feeling some kind of way about that. But I'm eager to see how Mr. Salamanca gets paralyzed and in the condition he is in Breaking Bad, though.
You really on that?
Yeah, I am.
This was a good episode.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, we always say it's a good episode because it's so detailed as far as like between the brothers and then whatever and then the cartel. That was the cartel money. But okay.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys thought. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.